One of the most difficult parts of research is narrowing a topic to a more manageable subtopic. Fortunately, there are strategies and tools that we can use to help make this task a bit easier. First off, we can pay attention to questions that arise in our minds as we read about our topics. Secondly, we can brainstorm or create mind maps to see how topics can be broken down into subtopics. This strategy is especially helpful when we get another person or two involved to help us see the topic from different perspectives. But there are also some tools available to us through databases and even the open web that can help us. We'll just talk about a few right now. A very visually oriented tool can be found in Artemis literary sources, which can be found by going to the library's homepage, clicking the Databases tab, and typing Artemis literary sources in the search bar, or browsing for it under the A's. When you get to the database's homepage, scroll down to the topic finder and click it. Here you can type in a general topic into the search bar. Let's say we were interested in learning about standardized testing in schools. We could simply enter the search terms standardized testing and hit search. By default, the topic finder will display the results in the form of this wheel diagram, with larger topics towards the center and smaller subtopics towards the outside. This will allow us to see how the topic can be broken down according to Gale Research, the company that created the database. If this display seems a bit confusing, you can toggle to a different display by clicking the Tiles radio button. This is an alternative way to visualize the same data. Clicking subtopics will give us some results from within Gale's Research's products, but the real value of this tool at this point is that we can see how topics can be broken down into subtopics, and that can kickstart our minds to coming up with other possible angles from which we could examine our topic. Almost all databases give us the option to see the subject headings they use in organizing their materials. Subject headings are those terms that database writers use to describe the items in their database. Here we'll look at how this works out in Saint Search, but this same strategy can be used in other databases as well. Let's say that for a psychology class we are interested in learning about behavioral therapies. We could simply type behavioral therapy in the search bar and then hit search. After we sign in, we'll come to this results screen. Now if we look down the page on the left-hand side, we'll see this subject filter. Let's go ahead and click the More Options link. A dialog box like this will pop up with all of the subjects associated with our search terms. Now seeing these terms can help us start to think about the topic in terms of subtopics or smaller chunks. And if we select a few, then we can narrow the search even more. Furthermore, we can look at the subjects from this second search to break it down even more. Now let's look at a tool that's in many academic databases, and to demonstrate this we'll use ProQuest Central, which can be accessed through the Databases tab on the library's homepage. You can type ProQuest Central or browse to it through the alphabetical listing. Now to see the subject terms in this database, we need to click the Advanced Search link. The subject terms are contained in the database's thesaurus, so we need to click that link. The thesaurus is a listing of subject terms independent of any particular search we've done. This dialog box will pop up, and we see that there are actually two thesauri that are available to us. The mesh thesaurus is a listing of standard medical subject headings. So if you're working on a nursing paper or a nursing project, this listing would be very helpful for you. Most of us, however, will want to use the ProQuest thesaurus. So let's click that. And we'll come to this landing page. Now we can enter a general topic in the search bar. Now let's say that we were in a business class and we wanted to write a paper or needed to write a paper about mergers. We would simply type that into the search bar and click Find. When we do this, we'll find a list of headings related to our search. Here we have several related terms. When we click on one, what'll come up are several narrower or broader terms that we can use to look up. And this is a way we can see how this topic is broken down into smaller pieces. ProCon.org is a website that collects differing views on important current events and controversies. When we get here, if we scroll down, we can find a number of categories the website has used to group topics. There's also a way to organize the topics alphabetically if you kind of know what you want to write about already. The number of topics here, though, is limited, but again, if we're writing about a current topic, this can really help. Additionally, when we click a topic, say vaccines for kids, we get some background information here, as well as a number of different pro and con positions, a number of different ways to argue about the same topic. Seeing all of these different positions can help us see multiple perspectives on the topic and help us formulate our own position or a stronger version of our position.